And then they came for Asmongold. All right, hi guys. I'm back here with another story. This one comes from Fandom Pulse. Sweet Baby Inc. defenders cancel Asmongold from Dragon's Dogma 2 promotion. So this is from yesterday. Please check out Fandom Pulse. By the way, my friend John Delarose runs that website. He is editor in chief, and he's trying to build some alternatives to our sort of mainstream pop culture news, and I think it's important that we support that. So please check out Fandom Pulse. I'll include a link to this article in the description. Asmongold is a popular streamer who has been on YouTube since 2009, streaming his gameplay and reacting to popular videos from other content creators. Recently, he weighed in on the woke nonsense being inserted into games from companies like Sweet Baby Inc., and each video has amassed hundreds of thousands of views. And this caused him to become the target of rabid Sweet Baby Inc. defenders who have been on a crusade against gamers since failing to deplatform Cabrutus, not Cumbrutus, that's wrong. Sorry, man. It's Kabrutus. Comic Crow. Just because we want to make sure that Cabrutus gets the appropriate credit. So, who created the Sweet Baby Ink Detective Curator page for Steam? Recently, Dragon's Dogma 2, that's Capcom, the developer of Dragon's Dogma 2, announced that Asmongold would be featured as a playable pawn within their game, which makes sense given he's covered the game on his channel multiple times and played it on stream before, and Dragon's Dogma 2 developers have been announcing playable pawns of other content creators who have been fans of the game and drawn more attention to it as well. If you guys don't know, why am I struggling with this? Dragon's Dogma was a game released on the was it 2 generations back for like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, I believe. I know it was on PS3 because I have it on PS3. And it was kind of like a fantasy game. Think of it like a mixture of a Souls game and Monster Hunter, with like, it was very cool and very, very unique. And they had this pawn system where you could like essentially team up with characters built by other players that act as computer controlled NPCs in your party. So you can share your builds with other people and they can share theirs with you, and you can take them with you on quests and adventures and such. And I think that when you, because it's been a long time, so I don't remember, but I remember liking the game a lot. My only issue with Dragon's Dogma 1 was, maybe I'm wrong, but it did seem a little short, or maybe I didn't do everything, but it seemed a little short for the kind of game it was. And so, ever since Dragon's Dogma came out, everybody's been excited for a sequel, and now we're getting one, and it supposedly is going to do a lot of things, like more and bigger from the original. Okay, so Dragon's Dogma 2 developers have been announcing playable pawns and their content creators who have been fans of the game and drawn more attention to it as well. So this sounds like a really good promotion, because essentially it's like saying, "Hey, do you want the pawn of this popular streamer?" Right? And you can like actually have them, play in your game. That's what it sounds like, and I think that's kind of neat, because when Dragon's Dogma 1 first came out, I don't think the streaming thing was nearly as big. I wasn't really involved with that at the time. But I think that there would be a large benefit to doing that now. So here we have some guy who obviously looks like a hipster saying, having Asmongold, who is currently using his platform to harass marginalized folks, is just not it at all. And here's Dragon's Dogma announcing the second round of pawns now joining the fray. And we have, like, I don't know any of these guys, but I do know Asmongold is right here, second to last, or second from the right. But the cancel pigs were quick to rush to the tweet announcing this from the officer Dragon's Dogma 2 Twitter account, accusing Asmongold of various things such as harassing marginalized folks over his coverage of Sweet Baby Inc. Barandir is a sensitivity consultant for the games industry who has seemingly been grifting off this type of conflict as a source of employment. Yes, these people are grifters, in fact, Because what they do is they enter a space, they say, hey, you know, it's a nice company you guys have here, but do you realize how much sexism and racism there is around? Oh, you don't? Well, you know, I am trained to find this stuff. And so if you pay me, I'll find it for you. And of course, they always find it. Always. So yeah, it's a grift. Like this guy has no like useful skills. Really. I mean, he can't, you know, like if my water main breaks, he's not going to be able to fix it. If I have a hole if there's a hole in the street, he's not going to fill it. All he can do is go into a company, accuse them of being sexist and racist, and if you don't pay them, they're not going to fix the problem. It's like they're like it's like a mob shakedown, really. Except the mob, at least, you know, they were masculine. So, okay. Anyway, so then we have our favorite Sweet Baby Inc. face, Chris Kindred, who is responsible for sort of kicking off this whole Sweet Baby Inc. detected fiasco and Gamergate 2, which, by the way, I have no shame of. I don't think anyone should be ashamed to call this Gamergate 2. It's not shameful at all. Be proud, because we need this. We have to win this, and that's just what it is, okay? That's why I always say long live Vivian, because Vivian is the daughter of Gamergate. We have to protect her at all costs. Okay. So he goes on to sort of retweet or repost, whatever they call it on X now. That's crazy. Isn't one of these people is an active participant in a harassment campaign? This never gets old, guys, and it never goes away. Chris Kindred, an employee for Sweet Baby Inc., was quick to accuse Asmongold of being part of a so-called harassment campaign. This is quite remarkable, given the controversy with Sweet Baby Inc. only truly started when Chris urged their followers to target Cabrutus Rambo, and falsely flag his Steam account. Yes, in fact, like I said, SJWs always project. They always project. So whatever they're telling you you are doing, that's what they are doing. Whatever they're telling you you feel or you believe, that's what they believe. So yes, this person, Chris Kindred, is the one who said, get this guy's Steam account shut down. That was how this started. Because Chris Kindred did not like the fact that Cabrutus made a list. That's all it is. As of the writing of this article, Chris has yet to take any accountability for their actions, while his, her, they, them, its employer has remained silent on the matter. However, this has not surprised anyone, given that several gaming journalists have been engaging in a massive disinformation campaign accusing users on X of actually being the ones harassing them. And Ryan Elsby, again, this is just more evidence that the people who do the harassing, I don't even really like to use the word because I think it's a bit, its definition is a little too fuzzy. But if you were going to point fingers, I think the people on the Sweet Baby Inc. side are probably the real culprits here. So Ryan Easby says, Asmongold is a gigantic piece of shit, and the reason we're currently in the midst of what can only be described as hell, even for people completely divorced from the current situation, the fact that Capcom has decided to platform him in any way is just disgusting. And if I remember correctly, Asmongold's takes on this whole thing have been pretty mild. I think the thing that he's most guilty of, at least, you know, according to their logic, would be giving Cabrutus Rambo a platform to talk about his Sweet Baby Inc. detected theme group. That's nothing, right? But of course, no, that's what I'm saying. If you give them a platform, I said this in the last video, if you give people like Cabrutus Rambo a platform, the left will call you far right. They will call you names. They will try to get you deplatformed. They will try to make you submit. They will engage in struggle sessions with you because you have talked to the wrong people. That's what they're doing right now. They are the worst kind of bullies. Ryan Easby is just one of many of these individuals who called out Capcom for what this guy doesn't. Do you not play video games? The person who wrote this article. I mean, no offense, man. I like Phantom Pulse. I am trying to push them, but Capcom is not spelled like capital CAP, capital COM. It's just capital CAP COM, Capcom. I mean, it's short for Captain Commando, I guess, but like, guys, come on. Like, just a little bit of research, like in terms of some of the, I know that these aren't the important parts of this article, and I'm sorry, but it's a little annoying. Like, you guys, could do better on that front. But anyway, still, I support Phantom Pulse. Mostly, I support John Delarose. So maybe he might be better. Call out Capcom for daring to platform Asmongold, who he wrongly accuses of being the reason why the controversy with Sweet Baby Inc. began in the first place. While nobody expects these people to have any level of integrity when reporting, it's important to note that Asmongold is not the first person to even talk about the recent drama surrounding them. But since he's a popular YouTuber, and he's made his opinions on the matter clear, Mr. Easby has decided to take a poor attempt at painting Asmongold as a leader of the so-called Gamergate 2. Yeah, so this is what they're going to do, right? They're going to say, you're the leader of this group, and now you have to, counteract that. Oh, I'm not the leader. Oh, I'm just like an interested party, whatever. Don't, just leave it alone. They're all trying to entrap you in their distorted, warped logic. So just ignore it. Robin B says, emerged from my COVID haze to see Capcom using someone who just mainstreamed a hate campaign against marginalized people in gaming to promote Dragon's Dogma, and I just wish the games industry weren't embarrassing and actively dangerous at every turn. I'm going back to bed. So, Robin B, first of all, it's 2024. We're well into 2024, and you're still recovering from a COVID haze. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Fucking go get some vitamin D and exercise or something. What is wrong with you? Okay. And of course, they're going to say marginalized people. This is all just buzzwords. This is how they work. It's all buzzwords, right? The games industry is embarrassing. So now they're going to shame the industry itself. This is all manipulation. If Capcom responds to this and they end up banning this guy off the platform, then Capcom is dead to me. Because this is what is happening. They're doing this they're either going to try to get Asmongold to quit, or they're going to get Capcom to ban him. Or they're going to get somebody else to do it. They're going to get GDC involved. They're going to get Steam involved. Whatever they got to do. And if somebody buckles somewhere along the way, then they win, no matter what. And they can't win. They can't. Robin B, a game critic / reporter for Inverse, joined the Cancel Pigs in accusing Asmongold of, quote, mainstreaming a hate campaign against marginalized people in gaming. Another pointless statement, and cried out the games industry for allowing his participation in Dragon's Dogma 2. It's also worth pointing out that since Asmongold is literally like a white dude, probably a straight white dude, this gives them complete and full carte blanche to just say whatever they want about him. Because leftist, commie, progressive assholes, they think that straight white men are the lowest form of scum. And so you can say whatever you want about them. And they believe that they are completely justified in doing it. And if you say that they're being racist and sexist, they will laugh because they actually don't care about these things in principle. They only see it as a means of attaining power. And once you realize that, you will see that none of these allegations mean anything because they are spineless. They are spineless at the end of the day. And we have to recognize that. They have power, but they are weak. Okay. This campaign to end Asmongold's promotion from Dragon's Dogma 2 has seemingly ended in failure. The official X account for the game has not responded to any of these people and seems more than happy to continue on with things. This shows yet again that the narrative attempting to support Sweet Baby Inc. has little to no real power. Yeah, it could change, but ultimately Capcom, hopefully, they're going to stay focused on making money. So Asmongold, like it or not, popular streamer. So he's gonna drive sales. So if they're smart, they'll keep him on board just for that. Because I think that Capcom's actually wondering, if we ditch this guy, what do we stand to lose? Because if they put out a statement and they say, we have looked at the data and determined that Asmongold is in fact a sexist, racist harasser that, I don't know, is controlling or running a hate campaign called Gamergate 2 against marginalized developers and people of color and women or whatever. If they do that, they might lose a lot of money because a lot of people will be like, well, fuck you, Capcom, I'm not giving you another penny, and that'll be the end. So they have to weigh this. At the very least, they're going to weigh this because I think they know the cost could outweigh the benefit, and maybe they're looking around. Maybe they see what happened with Rocksteady. Maybe they see what happened with Saints Row, the remake of Saints Row, and how much harm that did. Maybe they are gonna be smart about this and not try to piss people off. But we'll see. Don't alienate your customers. You know, um, 10 years ago during Gamergate, the landscape on social media was very different. For one, most gaming journalists had yet to piss away any and all credibility. And second, Elon Musk now owns X and is allowing gamers to continue these conversations freely and openly and publicly. Elon Musk even dropped his hat into the ring after hearing about the attempts to cancel Asmongold. So, here's a post by Lo Ping. Lo Ping is an old school gamer from back in the day. He was very active back then. Still, it's good to see that they're still doing stuff. Having failed to get a Brazilian guy banned from Steam to make him lose his Steam library, Sweet Baby Inc.'s Chris Kindred is now trying to get Capcom to remove Asmongold from the Dragon's Dogma promotion. Elon Musk replied and said, Sweet Baby Inc. is an evil blight on the gaming industry. All they do is make games terrible and try to cancel people. They cannot go broke soon enough. Absolutely based. Calling Sweet Baby Inc. an evil blight on the gaming industry, which is absolutely true, although it's not the only one. Accusing them of their company of only being interested in making games terrible and trying to cancel people. Harsh but accurate. Sweet Baby Inc.'s consultations are based entirely on infesting modern AAA games with woke ideology, or DEI, or as I like to call it, DIE, to the protest of gamers who have decided to no longer support any company using their services, and their cancellation attempts of Asmongold and Cabrutus are more than obvious to anyone paying attention to the recent drama. And there's a clip here of Grum's Mark Kern, the guy who used to work at Blizzard, talking on the quartering, which I covered in another video. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Where he's explaining how this whole thing works, and you can see that Elon Musk is paying attention. So I'm going to leave it there. In case you guys don't know, Elon Musk did do an interview where he talked a lot about why he loves video games, and maybe I'll do a reaction to that if you guys are interested. But I think the way I see it, I am an artist. I am a full supporter of beauty above all things. In fact, I believe that beauty is truth, and we need more truth in this world of lies. So come in and support me and support our cause. All you have to do is spread the word and not give money to people who hate you. So thanks so much for coming on. I look forward to seeing your comments. Please like and subscribe and share. And I'll talk to you all in the next one. Long live Vivian.